Hey there, friends! Welcome back to What the What? Today we're diving into some more Reddit stories. Have you ever stumbled upon a Reddit story that stayed with you? I want to hear from you in the comments section below. Alright, it's time to jump into our very first Reddit story, so grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and let's get right into these stories. AITA for faking an injury to get my sister to stop pranking me. My 17F sister 15F plays this prank where she will turn the lights off every time I shower. Our bathroom is weirdly long, so I'll have to get out of the shower, walk to the light switch, turn it back on, then get back to the shower. It also leaves a mess of water for me to clean up afterwards. And I can't keep her out because the lock is broken. My parents gave her a verbal warning once, but when she continued to do it, there was no real punishment. They just told me to just put up with it and she'll eventually get bored and stop. Well, that didn't work because she continued this for 3 weeks. One day as I was getting out the shower to turn the lights back on, I almost slipped and fell. This gave me an idea. I waited until the next time she tried to pull this prank again. When she came to turn the lights off, I knocked all the stuff off the shower caddy, the bottles on the tub edge and the towel rack. I also pulled the shower curtain down and quickly laid on the ground. My mother burst in, turned the lights on, and saw the mess plus me on the ground. She ran up to me and asked if I was okay. I said no, I slipped in the dark and hurt myself pretty bad. After Mom and Dad helped me get settled, they turned on my sister. They yelled at her, took her phone, and grounded her for the rest of the week. She was also forced to apologize to me and promise to never do it again. When I told my boyfriend about this, he said what I did was cruel. Not only did I unnecessarily scare my parents, my sister got punished for something that didn't happen. He says I could have just gotten a doorstop for the bathroom or a lamp so it's not as dark. I feel what I did was justified, since me getting injured was something that could actually happen. Am I an asshole or I'm in the clear? This next story comes from r/JustNOMIL. My boyfriend removed Mill's access to his bank account and all hell broke loose. My 22 mother-in-law had access to my boyfriend's 22 bank account when he removed her. She found out within a day and called and got angry at him and was shocked, as this is considered betrayal to her. We realized that she had been regularly checking my boyfriend's bank account balance. After their argument, we don't talk anymore. For context, me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years. Last year we moved in together in our own place. Initially, my Mill accepted our relationship very well, even encouraged my visits to their house. I really tried to be a good guest. I did a lot of household chores for her, sometimes cooked lunch for everyone, including non-vegetarian dishes, hang the laundry thoroughly, clean the kitchen after lunch. I'm a vegetarian, which initially wasn't problematic, but soon everything turned around, and it became clear that the good relationship from Mill's side was simply fake. Lunches for me at their house never happened. I tried everything, eating only vegetarian side dishes or instant vegetarian alternatives, but I faced constant comments. I tried cooking a quality meal myself, but it wasn't okay due to traffic in the kitchen. It wasn't okay if my boyfriend and I decided to eat out, which apparently offended Mill a lot. She became very hurtful to me, with comments that my boyfriend is hers, as I will create my own boyfriends. She often emphasizes that I look unhealthy, that I'll have pregnancy issues if I don't gain weight. I have normal weight and I eat very healthy, as my doctor said, and so on. I never respond to the comments and insults because I don't want to give her a reason to gossip about me. It got to the point where she blames me for every argument she has with my boyfriend, her son, as she believes he has changed for the worse because of me. After their latest episode, she doesn't hide it anymore. She hates me. My brother-in-law told us that she constantly speaks ill of me, even though I rarely visit her anymore. After everything that has happened over the 3 years, I'm afraid of any encounter with her. After their last argument, my boyfriend agreed that we want complete peace from her. Revoking her access to his bank account was met with aggressiveness and dissatisfaction. She made a huge victim of herself because of this. Now, we don't speak. I don't know what I can do to improve our relationship someday. For this next story, we are going back to our /Ada. Ada for being blunt with my niece about learning to accept. She can't always get what she wants. My brother has a daughter, Macy, and his wife, Ruth, has a daughter, Skylar. My brother and Ruth have been married since the girl's 17 and currently we're both 6. Ruth's first husband died when Skylar was 5 and Macy's mom chose not to be in her life because the girls are the same age my brother. And Ruth decided that it would be cute to treat them like twins and Macy loved it well. Skylar hated it. Macy always saw Skylar as her BFF and sister. Skylar doesn't like Macy and I don't think there has ever been a time she has enjoyed spending time with Macy. I'm almost positive she'd love to eat her from her life entirely. They were always pushed together. If Macy expressed an interest or mentioned to her parents that she wanted time with Skylar, 2 years ago the topic of college was first brought up, and a plan was made that the girls would go to the same college if possible, and would request to be roommates if successful. The plan was for them to attend college in the same town and live in dorms for freshman year, and the plan was further detailed to say they would rent an apartment together for the other 3 years. This was to keep them close and to provide extra safety to them. Apparently, Skylar was never on board with the plan. I heard her say it. My brother heard her say it. Ruth heard her say it. Macy heard her say it. Ruth's parents and my parents heard her say it. My other brother heard her say it. We all did. But my brother, Ruth, and Macy decided to ignore this. Last month, Macy heard Skylar talking to her friends, and they were talking about college, and she heard them making plans together for college. She also heard Skylar say she'd pick the college furthest from her. Macy was so upset and told her parents, and hellfire rained down on their house, and Skylar was in trouble for making those plans. Macy's emotions have been all over the place these last few weeks. She goes from sad to angry and even surprised that Skylar was angry at her for telling her mom. My brother and Ruth were framing it like poor Macy. She's the victim here, and I was in shock. I understand her being upset that Skylar doesn't feel the same way, but this should not come as a surprise to her. They are acting like Macy is 6 and Skylar bullied her and treated some much younger kid badly, when all she did was try to do her own thing and get some independence. So when Macy came to me and complained to me, I was a lot harsher than maybe I should be. I told her that Skylar does not owe it to her to follow a plan everyone else made for her, and that she needs to learn some people won't like her and she cannot force them. I told her she needs to accept the reality, which is Skylar and her are highly unlikely to go to school together after senior year, and she's not going to see her all the time like she wants. Macy was crying by the time I finished. My brother and Ruth think I'm Ada. Our last story of the night is also from our /Ada. Ada for ignoring my husband on our anniversary. I work long hours, 3 to 4 days a week at minimum. I put my meds in one of those weekly cases and take them daily. The pill bottle with remaining pills is on my dresser in my bedroom. Last week, after not seeing my husband for several days due to working, he mentioned to me that he's been taking my extra meds, Adderall, for those wondering. I told him those weren't extra, and after looking in the bottle told him that now I didn't have enough to get me through the rest of the month. I usually only take the Adderall on days I'm working because That's when I need to be focused, hence the extra sometimes. But I've been working a ton of overtime lately to catch up on bills. So the following week, I'm back to working a ton of hours and barely being home. I go to fill my weekly med pack and the bottle of Adderall is empty. I wake my husband to ask what happened. He replies that he finished them. I get upset and start yelling at him. He apologizes and says that he thought it would be okay since I could take these, handing me my stepson's medication. I am furious and explain to him that one, I am not stealing my son's meds, and to his meds are a different strength and long-acting, whereas mine are immediate release. I do want to mention that my son just left for boot camp and won't be home for several months. Therefore, doesn't need these. Today happens to be our anniversary and my husband is saying that I shouldn't be mad at him. He's sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Am I being an asshole or do I have the right to be mad? I don't even want to spend the day with him today. And it's our damn anniversary. If you made it this far, thanks for reading. And that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed diving into reading Reddit AITA stories with me. If you found this video entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Looking for more content like this? Check out my previous video on Reddit stories. I'll leave a link right here. Thanks again for watching. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.